Alright, let's talk about Doctor Strange. This guy, Stephen Strange, isn't your average doctor. Oh no, this dude was the best neurosurgeon in the game. But here's the kicker. He had the worst driving record in the history of humanity. Can you believe it? The guy crashed his own car because he was too busy being a genius. Now you're thinking, how do you crash a Lamborghini when you're a genius? And the answer is simple. Ego, baby. Big ego. So this guy, Stephen, basically destroyed his hands, and with it his career. But don't feel bad for him. This is just the beginning of him becoming one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. The sorcerer who's basically like magic meets science. Now, after crashing his hands, Doctor Strange goes to Nepal looking for some secret mystical healing stuff. And guess who he meets? The Ancient One. She's like the Yoda of the mystical arts. Can you believe that? You go to Nepal to fix your hands, and you end up being taught to bend reality itself by a bald woman in a temple. But Stephen doesn't just learn some ancient rituals, he's about to learn the craziest version of science you'll ever see. Magic in the MCU is like science but cooler. It's like going from using a regular scalpel to wielding a magical knife that can cut dimensions. Talk about an upgrade. Reality isn't what it seems. Or is it? Here's the thing about Doctor Strange. He's in a world where reality isn't really reality anymore. Inception, eat your heart out. Doctor Strange takes it to a whole new level. He's twisting time, space, and bending reality like he's playing a game of Jenga with the universe. He's literally pulling buildings out of the ground and creating wormholes in the middle of the street. At one point, this guy goes through so many dimensions, you start wondering if you've entered a dream world yourself. And what does he do with this power? He fights the bad guys, of course, but not just any bad guy, no. He goes up against Kaecilius, a dude who's basically obsessed with destroying reality itself. Can you believe that? The dude just wants to collapse the fabric of existence to open up a door to a magical realm where time doesn't even matter. Who thinks of these things? But Doctor Strange isn't having any of it, and this is where the magic really kicks in. Doctor Strange doesn't just hit people with magic spells. He outsmarts the bad guys. He's like the master of mind games and trickery. Oh, and he also just happens to have an infinite amount of spells at his disposal. Basically, he's a wizard, but better than any wizard you've seen. Time travel, baby. Now, let's talk about the time stone and the mirror dimension. You think you've seen some wild special effects in Marvel movies, but nothing compares to the time-bending, city-flipping insanity that is Doctor Strange's reality-warping powers. He even rewinds time like it's a broken VHS tape, reversing the entire course of an event in real time and making you wonder, can I rewind my bad decisions in life? Can you imagine having that power? You could undo every embarrassing moment you've ever had. Like calling your ex at 3 a.m. or posting those ridiculous memes on Instagram. Doctor Strange versus the bad guys. Round 1, reality bending fight. So Stephen Strange isn't just here to be some hero with cool magic. No, he's fighting the big bad Kaecilius and his followers. These guys are trying to bring an evil entity into the world, and Doctor Strange's only job is to stop them from ruining everything. And let me tell you, this fight isn't just about throwing fireballs. Oh no. It's a bending reality, flipping cities, twisting time kind of fight. Literally, they're having a battle in a world that keeps shifting around them. One moment you're in a regular street, and the next you're flipping through walls like you're inside a kaleidoscope. What kind of logic even works here? The real secret behind Doctor Strange's power? His ego. But here's the kicker about Doctor Strange. He's still got a massive ego. He's a doctor, after all. In the beginning, he's all about doing things his way and thinking that he can fix every situation with his skills and knowledge. But as he faces bigger threats, he starts to realize that sometimes it's not about being the smartest guy in the room, but about making the right choices. And yes, Doctor Strange does what every hero should do. He sacrifices his own happiness and ego for the greater good. That's growth, my friend. But let's not forget, the guy still rocks that awesome cloak and gets flung around in the wind like a majestic superhero. Can you imagine having a cloak that just flies around with you and refuses to let you fall? It's like having your own personal magic parachute. Doctor Strange. The end? Nah, we're just getting started. Okay, so at the end of it all, Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme. He's basically in charge of the mystical world. Can you believe that? This dude went from being a cocky surgeon with wrecked hands to being a mind-bending wizard who can rewrite reality. But don't get too comfortable, because if you think Strange Journey ends here, you're in for a wild ride, because, spoiler alert, there's more to come. This guy's going to face aliens, wizards, time loops, and probably a bunch of other crazy stuff that will make your head spin. The secret word: time. Multiverse. Inception may have started the mind-bending universe, but Doctor Strange brings it to a whole new level. The multiverse is coming, my friend. Reality will never be the same again. So if you're not ready for a deep dive into what's next, you better catch up. You're going to need that knowledge. The secret word: time. Dimension. What's the deal with dimensions in Doctor Strange? Dimensions aren't just places. They're layers of reality that you can twist, fold, and bend. Sounds easy, right? Well, guess what? It's not. The secret word: time. Sorcerer. Doctor Strange isn't just some magician, he's the Sorcerer Supreme. And let me tell you, if I had that title, I'd walk around with the biggest cape just to show off. The bottom line: Doctor Strange isn't just a movie about magic. It's about reality bending, dimension shifting, time warping chaos. It's like every superhero movie cranked up to 11 with a side of unbelievable special effects. If you've never seen this movie, you better fix that ASAP, because it's about to change how you view magic and reality itself.